Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. Today in this video we are going to talk about Ohm, which is the token of the Mantra blockchain, and conduct machine learning based analysis as well as dollar cost averaging strategies for Ohm and regression analysis. None of the content is financial advice. So starting with why we are covering Ohm today, over the last 24 hours, this crypto out of the top 100 crypto has rallied the most by about 10%. Market cap is above 1 billion. Not too long ago, the price was less than 2.5 cents. Now the price is almost between 50 to 100, between 75 to 100x from that level, at around $1.40. And the last bear market bottom for Ohm was in October of 2023. In terms of the market cap growth, since October 2023, the market cap at one point was 13 million. Now it's 1.2 billion, almost 90x growth over the last 1 year, from October 23 to October 24. And in the reason, again, one of the narratives related to this blockchain is related to its utility as a security first RWA or real world asset blockchain built on Cosmos and its SDK, capable to provide about 10,000 transactions per second, and aligns with most it's claimed that it aligns with most legal standards, has a sovereign proof of stake validator as well as pre-built decentralized applications. And if I remember, in the last bull market, that is in 2021, the Ohm and its and the Mantra blockchain, part of ETH ecosystem and Cosmos ecosystem as well, used for several DeFi applications, such as staking for as a staking platform for other cryptos was used. And again, in terms of the tokenomics, we can see that the market cap growth and price chart are essentially similar. That means, because the circulating supply and total supply are close to each other, again 90% of the total supply is in circulation, bodes well for any future gains in market cap getting reflected in price. Now we'll look at our website cryptoweeklies.com. Look at what Ohm's price action is looking. Again, is the same chart over here, the price chart. Instead of looking at price from just historical price perspective, what we have done is, on top of this price chart, we have superimposed a polynomial regression based bands, the fair value band at around this gray line. And using this band as a point of reference, we have color coded the price chart for Mantra and its token Ohm, where the colors are determined, and again these colors reflect into the risk levels as well. Whenever the color codes are in this darker shade of red or orange or yellow, that means the token is overvalued with respect to its fair value, and that is calculated based on the time adjusted and proportional distance between the price and this polynomial regression fair value, which is the gray line in this middle range. Right now the fair value for Ohm per this analysis is $4.35. That means the risk level is between 0 and 0.1 risk. Per this analysis, you can see whenever the color code is this plum shade, that's when per the model it's a decent time to dollar cost average, because the price is lower than the fair value. Again, these regression bands account for both the non-linear aspect of the price with time, that is, during the bear market prices go down with time, during the bull market the prices go up with time. That's why the bands also have a bias towards the downside during the bear market and to the upside during the bull market. This particular analysis helped identify the top for April of 2024. Again, that's when the risk was between 0.8 and 0.8 and 1, when the price of Ohm at that point reached $1, and there was a big sell-off during April and May of 2024, but the price again grew in June-July time frame again, and the token started building momentum, entered top 100 cryptos by market cap as well during the same time period. Right now, if we were to look at the risk levels of some significance and the price corresponding to that risk levels is, if the token's price were to go back to 83 cents, and if you could round off risk to 0, again risks are never 0, but if you are close to 0, that would correspond to price of around 83 cents. Right now price is at around $1.39. So a drop to 83 cents per this model would correspond to a lowest risk value. And in terms of future price action in the bull market, you can see that again whenever the color code shift from this green to red for this key risk level, that's when the topping scenarios become more and more evident. The first instance is at around $7. That's one way to forecast what could this particular crypto do in a bull market at around $7. That would correspond to 0.5 risk, and as we move towards the close to the one risk level, that valuation is at around $13. So $13.45 is the ultimate bull run peak estimated by this model at this point in time. But again, there is no guarantee that these forecasts actually estimate what the price action could do, but they are based off what historically this peak regression band, that is again at around $11.20 at this point in time. And you can see that there are instances where in the course of a bull rally the price exceeds this red dotted regression line, like it did back in March of 2024, when the dotted line, the red peak regression dotted line was at around 40 cents, but the price did go as high as around 82 cents. Again, I would imagine as the asset matures, overshooting this peak regression level would become harder and harder. You can see in case of mature assets such as Bitcoin or ETH, these risk levels, the peak regression levels, for instance for Bitcoin, not for Bitcoin, we are using a different method for Bitcoin. For ETH, for example, the peak regression risk level is coming in at around $8,000, and to overshoot that, it would the maximum risk level coming at one risk at around price at around 9,600. So coming back to Ohm, this again, the key risk levels are available on this website. The link is on the bottom of your screen. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe to the channel, also give this video a like. And now looking at some of the other accumulation related strategies and the key risk levels for those strategies for Ohm, coming in at first the time weighted average price based model. This model is signaling a top for quite a while. Again, the purpose of this model is not to identify the eventual bottom or peak, but provide a range of the color codes, where based on this blue line, which is the time weighted average price, when the price is below this blue line, that's historically speaking a good buy zone. Again, we have left that price quite a while ago. Now this this blue line is corresponding at around 23 or 24 cents. The price is almost 5x above this level. That's why the risk level identified by the model is coming in at around 95% risk, 5% reward for this particular crypto at this point in time. Again, when an asset rallies about 70 to 80x in course of 1 year, again it's more likely that it's closer to a peak than a bottom. So in terms of now assigning some of the other risk based analysis, such as the SMA model, which is the relationship between determined by the relationship between the price and the 20-week moving average. Again, this model identified the peak at around $1 back in early April of 2024. Right now, per this model, again the risks colors are essentially the same between the plum color till the red color. Right now, per this analysis, the risk level for Ohm is coming in at around 60% risk, 40% reward. That means if you were to uh, kind of weight these three models, you can find that two of the models have the risk level between 60% and 95%, one model at around 10%. So if we weight them together and to the favor of the DCA based model, again you could find that the risk levels are at around 40%, between 40% and 50%. That means we are somewhere over here on the risk journey, and if we were to just extrapolate from that level again, let's say if overall speaking we are at 0.5 risk, and from 0.5 risk till 1 risk there is a 2x gain. That means from this point on, the likely peak for mantra would be somewhere between $2.50 and $4.50 using these heuristics based approach. And now looking at some of the narratives which are gaining popularity over the last 7 days, again the bullish sentiment has kind of died down. There are other narratives garnering some attention, such as Bitcoin, ETH, some of the bigger layer ones such as Cardano, Solana, Hedera, Chainlink. Also election related news. Again, this is our attempt to analyze what is happening in the market at a higher level using the discussions on social media platforms and looking at what narratives are popular. Altcoins, one of the popular narrative needed for tokens such as Ohm. They are the altcoin related narratives are evident on this particular narrative word cloud, but again they are not taking the center stage as some of the higher capped altcoins such as evident on this list are garnering some attention. So again there are you can say that there are sentiments which are favoring favoring buying, but again most of the narratives are restricted to the top altcoins at this point in time. In terms of the news over the last 24 hours, most of the narratives are either neutral or bullish. You can check each of them out on cryptoweeklies.com. They are available over here. The TLDR one is the news, and the narrative cloud is what we discussed just now. If we were to go back to the news, the sentiment is at 84%. That means the market overall is bullish over the last 24 hours, the social sentiment that is. And again, whenever the sentiment is this bullish, the price action usually follows. And over the last 24 hours, the peak value, that is the risk reward relationship, is coming at around 0.19 risk level. That means in a larger scheme of things, if you were to zoom, let's zoom till this point, you can see that back in 2021, during which was a post halving year for Bitcoin, the risks were higher than 0.9 at one point of time, almost during two rallies, one in May and one again back in November of 2021. Risks were in red color, and then before the red color they were in orange color, which were the high risk and the highest risk. We haven't seen the high risk since about 2022 April. The highest risk last time we had was December 2021. Now we are in this low risk regimen again. Spent a lot of time in starting end of 2023 till about first part of January and February of 2024. Apart from January and February, starting July and August and September, and the later parts of October, we have spent a lot of time in this green, which is the low risk level, coming at between 0.1 and 0.2. This is analyzed by using top 100 cryptos by market cap as a reference, and what they are doing on their price action based risk journey, using some of the metrics such as volatility, alpha, beta, and Sharpe ratio and percent drawdown to quantify what are the risk levels in the market. The key idea, where the risk levels are sufficiently low, potentially the rewards are high, and the opposite, whenever the risk level goes towards the higher end of this risk bands, typically above 0.6 risk, that's when again I keep my ears more attuned towards a peaking scenario. With this, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. Also give this video a like, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.